Good morning. It's June 27th, 2018, and listening to news over the last week, and into this week. We have Maxine Waters and well-known liberal publication and a restaurant owner who chases out people who work for President Trump. Other acts of aggression, calls for violence. And that's what they're doing. I mean, they're inciting violence against those who work for the administration and for those of us who support and voted for Trump and may vote for him in the future, and especially those of us who may vote for Trump supporting candidates in the midterms this year. And this is especially for that. They want to intimidate us, and they're willing to hurt us, to get in our faces, to see how far we will be pushed. And they are willing to physically assault us and to kill us. Now, what gets me here is not this rhetoric, because we've heard this rhetoric before. We heard it especially in the last 4 years of the Obama usurpation, from Barack himself, from Maxine Waters, Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, many other Democratic politicians, and Hollywood elite, and others, Antifa, Black Lives Matters, all these things sprung up during the Obama usurpation. And this rhetoric is old. It took a bit of a break, but before they were testing the waters, seeing what they could do, what they could get away with. So they have a roadmap. They know the police, for the large part, are going to stand down. And if they react, the police are only going to react to those of us who are being attacked, defending ourselves. The only ones who are going to get in trouble are the victims who dare defend themselves. You got mayors, governors, federal politicians, state politicians, Hollywood elites. You have a Peter Fonda calling for the kidnapping of Baron Trump and of the children of ICE agents and Border Patrol agents, and to lock them in a cell with pedophiles. This is stuff they've done before, but it's They've tested the waters. They know what they can do now. It's not that it's new. It's not new. But we're entering the summer. We just entered the summer. It's getting hot. People's emotions are rising like they do every summer. Kids are out of school. And the people who are prone to violence are just waiting for their orders. And they've been getting them. And this for them calling for Maxine Waters' censure and asking her to step down. We know where that's going. It's only political posturing. They know she's not going to step down. They know a censure is just political theater. If they wanted her gone, they would make her gone. They could make her gone with a snap of a finger. Any of the people before her that had similar language, and it was done all the way up to Barack Obama. We know it. Okay, they got away with it. They were basically telling the police across the country, if you're encountering a black criminal, do not go after them. Do not defend yourself from them. Leave them alone because of the color of their skin. And that still goes on today. And anytime police officer engages a black person, there's the question of, no matter what these people are doing, it's a question of the motive of the police. Even black police and Hispanic police and Asian police. It's a question of don't touch the person with the black skin. Calling them into the streets, calling the people who want to see this country go down, who are working to overthrow the government, the federal government, and the people. Barack Obama, we knew what Barack Obama was. We saw him coming hundreds of miles away, especially in the year leading up to the election in 2008. It was all uncovered. Everybody could see it. But no one was willing to challenge the man with the black face. And they knew that. That's why they started going full Alinsky and Cloward and Piven. It was all planned. George Bush knew it was coming. Okay, he prepared the way. He made it easy. In the months, Comey, the months leading the last couple months of his presidency, he bowed down in front of Obama, and whatever Obama told him to do, he did it. Bailouts and all the happy horse shit. But bottom line is that they tested this rhetoric and crap in public, in the streets. They've attacked us in the streets. They've seen what the reaction has overwhelmingly been. They can do whatever they want, however they want, and no one is going to stop them. Okay? So, while it's been tempered in the past, going forward, you're going to see them crossing, not just muddying in the middle. They're going to cross over threats uh, of 70s style bombings. Like the guy who brought up Obama was Ayers, led them, led those people, and Bernadette Dorn, and they brought Obama up into this, and now you got George Soros and Bill Ayers, and what George Soros is throwing the money out, and then you got Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and James Comey and Clapper and Brennan and all the same people that are directing this crap against the president. These are the people behind the scenes revving up their base to come out and to stop what they know is a red wave of blood, of blue blood across this country in the midterms. They know that a lot of the fraud has been uncovered. People see it. They know what it is. Um, uh, President Trump is really stepping on their toes with the people crossing the border, and they come here and they vote for the Democrats. A lot of them vote not just once, but they vote twice and three times, and they cross the country on buses and wherever they're needed, just like in Alabama. And Roy Moore, they openly stole that from Roy Moore. Everybody knew it. Still, Doug Jones sits as a senator. Doesn't matter. Okay? But you better take this seriously. What they're telling you now, they know, despite the rhetoric and saying, oh, we want to censure Maxine and we're asking her to leave, she's not going to leave. They're not going to put her out. Okay? Anybody else who steps up to the mic and says similar stuff, they're not going to do anything to them. Nobody in the media, nobody in Hollywood, no matter what they say. If you can come out and say what Maxine Waters said, if you can come out and say what Peter Fonda said, okay? If you can come out and say the things that these people say, Tom Arnold and Jim Carrey and and the politicians, we know who they are. And they say this stuff all the time. And nothing happens. They sit back. The people that are called out and the ones that are going to do the damage in the streets, they sit back and they watch how all this stuff is coming out about the FBI, the DOJ, Mueller, Clapper, Brennan, the CIA. All of it is exposed. But they see what's happening despite it all being spread out here for us to understand and to know. These people are still operating. They're still doing what they do. So knowing is great. But if there's no punishment, they look up, they see these people up at the top, they see what they're working for, which is the people that they want in power. The sheep want these people in power. And then in turn, they're going to go out and defend them in the streets. And so, what are we going to do? Are we going to continue to sit behind our computers? I've been watching this play out since 2008. Facebook, Twitter, at the time, MySpace. And you see them right. Oh, guns, God, and come for us, and we're going to defend. And you're biting off more than you can chew, and what we're going to do if this and if that, and all the while they're doing if. They're coming out and they're doing what they want to do. They're running through the streets. They're tearing things, literally tearing things up. They're attacking people in the streets, stopping traffic, and creating chaos everywhere. That's just the beginning. Okay, they see where that went. They're still seeing where that goes, with ICE now openly attacking ICE centers. And what are we doing? We're sitting back here and saying, come on. And they are. And we're doing nothing. We're just doing this. Bet. And I'm tired of bet. I've been waiting for the call for years. There was one. What was it, 2012, 2013? And a former general, I can't remember his name, had scheduled for, I believe it was May 16th or 17th, 2012 or 2013. And there were millions of people, tens of millions of people that were going to go out in the street originally. They planned this out months in advance. And it was all set and it was all ready to go. But Obama used his FBI and Secret Service and that to intimidate people inside the movement, and told them, if you do this, they're going to declare martial law, they're going to come out, and people are going to get killed. And that scared people. Well, not saying that shouldn't scare you, but you should be scared of, if they're willing to do that for that purpose, for you coming out and saying Obama's a fraud, we want him to leave, and we will not go until he's gone. I mean, that's all right. They don't have any problem when their people for their causes go out there, okay? But they were genuinely petrified of this general and the wave and the people that were responding, okay? But they successfully intimidated us. I was part of that. I had the FBI and CIA at my door, or not CIA, the Secret Service at my door, because someone called the FBI on me and reported me because I was spreading news of that event and trying to get people to be aware and to come. And they were very nice guys. They were basically just doing their job, okay? But the fact that somebody thought I was important, a little old peon, piss on me. I mean, even in the short run, I am not a threat to anybody. Okay, well, I'm a threat because I'm getting the word out. People are paying attention. Other people are doing what I'm doing, getting the word out, and they come to my door and say, what are you doing? Where are you going to go down there? Want to make sure that if anybody's threatening Mr. Obama, the president, which I made it well known that they knew he was not the president of the United States. But totally respectful. They were respectful to me. And in turn, I was respectful to them, but I wasn't railroaded. I didn't bow down in front of them. They didn't take out their hammers and sickles and demand that I bow down in front of them. they were doing a job. I mean, these guys were good guys, low level people, just doing a job. But it's time to stop talking about what we're going to do. It's time to do it. If you think that we can leave, that any of these people in Congress or the Senate today are good guys, the ones that were there during Obama, not new ones that came since came with Trump, but the vast majority of those who were there during Obama are still there. They're still there. The ones we say are our champions, the Gaudis, Rand Paul. Sorry, truth is the truth. Paul Ryan, all these people, they were there during a usurpation. They're there essentially, despite putting out all this information to us, they're still allowing Robert Mueller to continue his bullshit. They're not hammering down on Rosenstein and Sessions and Wray. They're dictating the show, okay, and they will do it forever. What they're doing to Trump is a continuation of us lying down and being run over by usurpation. And why do you usurp the presidency? It isn't because you're a good guy and you're trying to do good for the country. Obama was the face, the black face that could do anything because everybody was afraid to act against the black face. The man with the black face, who you could not touch, you could not criticize. Okay? And he was carrying out the orders of the global elite, the people inside this country and the people worldwide, the EU, the UN. and this is a continuation. The Trump thing, the Mueller thing with Trump, it's all a continuation. Because we allowed it. And now we're fighting to the death to try to stop it now. But we can't even admit what Obama was still. We can't admit what Islam is. But we want to end it. We're going to have to come to some hard realizations. We're going to have to deal with reality. We're going to have to not just talk about what we will do. We're going to need to act. They're not going to leave. These people are not going to leave on their own. They're going to do everything they can to stay. They don't care what. They'll tear it all up. They don't give a shit. They don't care. So stop talking. Stop talking. I don't want to hear your freaking talking no more. I don't want to hear your freaking bluster anymore. Okay? We want the same thing. But if we want it, we have to get serious. And no, we don't want blood. We don't want to break the law. But the law is on our backs, on our sides. You don't even understand what power we have. This government is we the people. Get it? We the people. That's why they keep pushing this democracy crap. Okay? We're not a democracy. We're a constitutional republic. Okay? A country of laws, of the people. The framers knew what a democracy was, and they knew what would happen with majority rules government. Okay? That's why the president is not elected necessarily by majority. Get into reality and get armed. And even if you don't want to be armed, you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared to defend your family, to defend your country. You do it peacefully if you can. But if you're attacked, you defend yourself. You be ready to defend yourself. You don't open your back to the enemy. You know what they're capable of doing, and you protect your back. And we need to get out in the street just like they are. They don't have no problem with it. We need to. We need to. We need to defend our republic in real time, reality. And they need to know that we're not going to lie down like we have. We've emboldened them. It's time to stop. It's time to end it. It's going to get real. If we aren't going to stand up, if we're just going to go, we can do that forever. Okay, as they just run through the streets and do their thing, and we can keep saying, "Oh, keep going, keep coming, do blah, blah, and blah, 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 we're going to do this, blah, 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 we're going to do that." Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Time to stop playing games is now.